What's up, guys? Nathan Ragsdale here. We're in the unit today about to do some work on the boat. Gonna have to change out a battery and I'm gonna walk you guys through it. So we're gonna be changing out our cranking battery, which is this guy back here. It's not dead or a bad battery, it's not enough to power all 4 units and a radio and GoPro and all that stuff. So we're just gonna do a little upgrade today. It's gonna be tough getting it out, all this. I hate changing batteries, but I'm gonna show you guys how I do it and kind of some of the things that I do to make it easier. All right, so the first step, just gonna make sure boat's unplugged. And make sure your batteries are off and off. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and get everything we need out. One of the most helpful things you can do is have a pack of zip ties. I hope I have some. What we're gonna do with those is basically zip tie. There we go. We're gonna zip tie the positive and negative ends together, so we can just keep track of everything and make sure we reconnect everything that needs to be reconnected. You can see we've got tons of leads and stuff going on, so just throw a zip tie through the loop and keep them all together. All right, so we've got everything we need: some electrical tape, zip ties, wrench, and I wear a pair of gloves just in case. One thing that's really going to help you out is make sure before you start removing anything, just go ahead and take a picture with your phone of the way your batteries are set up right now. That way, if you get lost, you can kind of look back at the picture and figure it out from there. Super important that you put everything back how it should be. So I'm going to go ahead and take a picture, and then we'll start taking these batteries out. All right, so I'll show you guys where I'm at. First thing I did was cut the zip ties to the fuel hose. Slid that out of the way. I didn't want to mess anything up with that. So as you can see, we've got all our negative leads zip tied together and all our positives. So that's just going to keep everything together. That way I can move all this out of the way and go ahead and grab this battery out. All right, so we've got that battery out. Only reason I took that one out is so we can get to this. We're gonna end up putting that one right back in. A couple things I do just to keep everything straight. First off, I'll place the battery facing the same way that I took it out. So I'm just gonna literally slide it right back in. Another thing too, I go ahead and screw my nuts back on. And then additionally, so we had them, the leads tied together, but what I'll do is go ahead and take another zip tie and just anchor that to something on the boat. So this is the hole the zip tie went through to hold this hose in place. And then my negatives, I just zip tied up here. So this one's gonna be the complicated one because we have so much going on back here. But pretty much gonna do the same thing. Just zip tie everything together and take that battery out. So, all right. So as you can see, we got both our batteries out. We got the positive lead zip tied right there. All the negatives right there to the cranking battery. Some negatives for the post on the cranking battery. Positives to the trolling motor. And negatives to the trolling motor battery. Zip tied right there. So what we're gonna do now is take this guy to the shop and trade it in for the better battery, and we'll catch you there. All right, just got back from the battery place. Got a replacement battery. Went ahead and went with the X Power. A friend recommended this. It's supposed to be the best battery out there, and I'm just frankly tired of having to deal with battery issues. So about to carry this back to the back of the boat and we'll get it put in. All right, so I just dropped this thing in here. It's a little tough getting it in, but having these zip tied and kind of already in position definitely help. One thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have your tray buckles somewhere to where it doesn't get caught when you're putting the battery in, you definitely want to go ahead and fasten the battery down first before you start connecting your leads and stuff back again. But like I said, I've had all these zip tied and out of the way. So all we're gonna do now is go ahead and fasten our buckle and start reconnecting everything. One more thing too, guys, I'd just like to point out, now's a great time to go ahead and spray your leads with some anti-corrosion solution. You can see I've got a little rust and corrosion on mine, so I'm gonna take care of that next time I come down. I don't have any with me right now, but definitely be a good idea to take care of that on all your batteries. Save you from troubles in the future. All right, just like that, we've got our new battery in back here. Everything's strapped down, tightened up. So my post on this battery was in the opposite position from the other battery, so I did kind of have to rearrange my wiring setup and all that, but we got it to work. Got that new battery in, and then put our old trolling motor battery back in. Guys, it's a pain, but you're gonna have to do it at some point. If you own a boat, like they say, bring out another 1,000. Only thing we have left to do is zip tie our line back in right here, then we'll be good to go. All right, so that's it. We got the battery replaced, new cranking battery. Hopefully that solves my electronic issues. I was having a pretty big voltage drop every time I cranked the motor. I'm running 4 Humminbirds, radio, GoPro, 360, Talons, all that kind of stuff. So 2 pieces of advice: if you can, get a friend to help you. It's pretty hard by yourself, lifting the battery in there and out and keeping the wires out of the way. Second piece of advice I'll give you is consult somebody who knows what they're doing before you try to do it. I hope this video helped, but you know, if you have a local marina you trust, consult them on it. There's a local guy here in Gainesville, Georgia, Trent Palmer with Sonar Pros, does a phenomenal job. I highly recommend you guys give him a call. Either way, like I said, hope this video helped you guys. Good luck replacing your battery.